Scotch egg from the Rose and Crown. First thing I'm doing is making the dipping sauce. Right here in this bowl I have equal parts mayonnaise, sour cream, and spicy brown mustard. I'm going to whisk these together. Just quickly here, I got to add a few more things anyway. Got to add some garlic powder. It calls for just chopped garlic, but this is a little easier. Add some of that garlic in there. I like a lot. Probably don't need that much. Also calls for shallot, which I don't have, so I'm not going to bother with that, so I add a little extra of the garlic. Then I also need a dash or two of lemon juice and the same amount of apple cider vinegar. Not too much. That should be good. I'm going to combine that, leave it in the fridge, and then we're going to work on all this stuff here for the Scotch egg. Okay, so the next step for the Scotch egg is to build the Scotch egg. I cheated and bought hard-boiled eggs so I didn't have to do it myself. I'm going to do 6 of them. The recipe calls for 8, but also calls for 1.5 pounds of sausage, and I bought just 1 pound. So I'm going to do 6. I got breadcrumbs, flour, beaten egg for the dredge. What I'm going to do, and I can't do that now because I'm holding my cell phone, I'm going to divide this sausage into 6 pieces evenly. I'm then going to flatten it, wrap it around these hard-boiled eggs, dip that in flour, then the egg, then the breadcrumbs. Then it's going in my little fry daddy over here in some peanut oil. 350 in the peanut oil for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then it's going to go in the oven for another 10 to 12 at 350 just to cook the sausage all the way through. You don't want to leave it in the oil for that long, it could burn. So that's what we have. I'm going to go ahead and assemble some of these so you can see what we got going on. We'll go step by step as best I can. Like I said, just have one hand to use, so I really need to do this in steps. But that's what's going on. Like I said, I have the sauce cooling in the fridge. It tastes pretty good. I had a little sample of that. I'll make the eggs next. One, as you can see here, I wrapped it up. So here's the next one. What you do is you take the sausage and you really flatten it out. I guess you could do it on a plate, but I'm doing it on my hands. Grab your hard-boiled egg, get it in there, and wrap it around. You'll work with it a little bit. Takes some doing, but it's not too bad. You want to make sure it's even so you don't have one big thick chunk of sausage hanging around. So there you have it. I'm going to do these last 4, and then I'll come back for the dredge. So we'll see you then. As you can see, the eggs are covered in sausage. I have flour, egg, and breadcrumb. And I'm getting hugged by my 2-year-old who wants to be in the video. And now the next step the next step is to take each one, dredge it in the flour, put in the egg, cover it in breadcrumbs, throw it in here. I'm going to go ahead and prepare all 6 with the breadcrumbs. Oven's preheated, ready to go for the 10 to 12 minutes of warming afterwards, and then I'll come back and I'll let you see me throw them into the fryer, which is the fun part. Alright, so I have them all coated in breadcrumbs, ready to go. The oil is properly hot. I'm going to drop one in to start. Like I said, about 5 minutes in the fryer. Let's see if I can do this without burning my house down. Okay, drop it in. Gonna let it go for about 5 minutes. Looks good. Temperature stayed pretty good on the heater, so I'm gonna throw another one in. I'm gonna do 2 at a time. Get some oil splash back there, but I avoided it. So we've got about 5 minutes to go. Take these out, do them in batches of 2, and then I'll throw them in the oven for the 10 to 12 minutes. Just listen to that sound. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Deep fat frying, sausage covered hard-boiled eggs. Doesn't get any better than that. Still got a couple minutes to go on these bad boys until we take them out and see how they look. I'm going to do these first ones for 5 because the oil's probably going to be at its lowest point. And then, judging on how they look, I might adjust the time that I do the other ones. But we're going to stick with 5. then throw them in the oven for 10. That should probably bring us right where we need to be. The first two are out. Very hot, but they look lovely. As you can see, nicely golden brown all around. Went to the aquarium today, that's my stamp. They're not greasy, that's the nice thing. I put them on the towel, you can see a little bit of oil there, but even picking them up, you can kind of see a little bit of grease, not too bad. That's a good sign, that means the oil temperature was right where it needs to be. I got the next two in there. I decided to go for about 4 minutes in, because these went 4:35 and they came out perfect, so I'm going to do 4 minutes on these, probably 4 minutes on these last two. Have my last couple sips of beer, look at my Figment mug, and I'll be ready to go. Okay, so there we have it, folks. The finished product, Scotch egg. I cut one open. As you can see, the sausage cooked perfectly all the way through. This is the full thing, came out of the oven. Nice and crispy still, crispy edge. Can't wait to dig into this, add my sauce. I'll take a little video of my final presentation of my first taste, but that's what it looks like. Actually wasn't too bad. I think the key was buying the pre-hard-boiled eggs, which saved a lot of time and effort. Sausage is easy. Breadcrumb egg. If you don't even make the sauce, it's a real simple thing. There's only the breadcrumb, egg, flour to dredge it. Then you need the sausage and the hard-boiled eggs. And a little deep fryer helps too. So there you have it. I'll come back with a taste test, let you know what I think. Just as a note, I use spicy pork sausage instead of the regular, so that could make a little difference in the taste, but I like spicy, so I don't think it'll be a problem. So I tried to get fancy with presentation. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to dig into this half here. Looks pretty good. Oh, that's really good. Sausage a little spicy. The sauce is excellent, nice and crispy edge. Cooked perfect. The egg balances it out. I would make this again, except no one else in my house will eat it. So I'm forced to eat 6 eggs covered in sausage, which is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. But it came out delicious. We'll see what the real thing gets talked about, because I know Mike's going to try the one from Rose and Crown this week, and he's going to give a report on that as well. So we'll check in with him. I'm going to finish this off because it's really good. Talk to you later.